Hello, Karen here, Merging Soul Tarot with your daily read. We have the EarthCraft Oracle here, so I'll pull an oracle and then I'll pull some healing Shamanic Oracle. Sorry, getting it all back to front. Haven't put my brain on this morning, I don't think. It's no bad thing. So let's see what we have here. Oh, medicine woman. That's beautiful. Medicine woman. And I will try my best to hold it still and not talk with my hands so you can actually take in the visual, because I think the visuals have massive impact, or they do on me. So this is about the medicine woman initiating you into a sacred space, really, of healing. So it's an energy that facilitates Gaia, Mother Earth, her magic. So a sense of looking into nature, you know, connecting really, and communing with plants, animals, crystals, whatever you're into, but observing those subtle messages. Yeah, that's why I keep saying nature's so healing. If you go out into nature, whether it's in your garden or for a walk somewhere, or the wilderness really, it's why indigenous people often will go for, you know, walkabouts when they're having a rite of passage, because nature speaks to us. But we've got to not just be walking and, you know, be locked in our heads. We've got to be observing, listening, sensing, using all our senses, okay? And when we use all our senses, you know, the wind on your skin, your eyes, your ears, your sense of smell and taste, when we're doing these, spirit, especially like nature spirit, can penetrate, Mother Earth can penetrate. You know, you're kind of identifying and connecting with Earth in that way. And you kind of connect with those earth energies, the spirit of Earth, the spirit of Gaia, the sacred feminine energy, and that nurturing energy, that energy that speaks to you. You see her there, she's almost become a plant. It's our connection, and that nurturing energy will be healing. Okay, so if you're in the midst of things, difficult experiences, you know, they're just lessons, and they're lessons so that we can live our lives with purpose, meaning. So, you know, every single thing that has come up is what is crafting you, moulding you into being a healing spiritual presence in the world, really. So with this card, there's a sense of reflecting on your experiences and just seek the patterns that reveal your strength and potential to grow. Okay, and with medicine woman, yeah, you know, try go out in nature, listen to the wind, listen to the birds, look around. I've had some beautiful experiences. I'm actually putting together at the moment a kind of visual art project about the web of life, you know, down to a message Spirit gave me while I was out working, and I saw thousands of spider webs glistening in the sun. And there can be profound messages and profound healing and profound insight. And if you want to tap into the collective the collective consciousness, you'll find Earth, you know, Gaia, nature will really communicate those messages. And to be able to tap into the collective consciousness, whether it's the shadow or the light, is really supportive in our healing, because we can correct the things that, not correct them, but heal the things that don't contribute in a positive way to our lives or anyone else's or the collective. Okay, let's have a look what our, look, growth, acorn into an oak, but cycles there, dead leaves, the acorns falling, kind of what's just happened, you know, in nature, that cycle of the leaves falling and decaying, the acorns falling, not only does it provide nutrients for the other animals, it packs down into the earth, it dies, so to speak, and is rebirthed in the summer. So we can look at our life experience like that. If you've lost this year, I mean, we're coming to the end of the year, so almost in December, so if you've lost things this year, look at it like that. It's part of your cycle, and that will regenerate into something different. An acorn looks nothing like an oak tree. Duality, that's that sense of, you know, looking at life and death. Perhaps that's as we got this life-death cycle, looking at that life and death and knowing that those two things are on the same wheel. Then they may look opposite, but they're part of the same cycle. And if we face our fears about physical death, and we can do that through nature, that is the medicine nature gives us, shows us the cycles, lets us see that it's natural, it's nothing to fear, fight or avoid. But if we can connect into that physical death, you know, and confront our fears, then we can then look at our other death cycles in our life, and that's where we get our growth from, because we can look at them in a proper perspective. Not that we've been hurt and taken from, but that happened to provide growth, to help us to see that duality is just one wheel. Things come, things go, it cycles. And we can grow from that. And self-love. So we can attune to our sense of how special we are, how loved we are. And again, we're seeing this, what you'd call duality, night and day, the sun and the moon, which really all it is yin-yang, masculine, feminine. It's all energies. So a real sense today, just a reflection on how we are connected into that earth. You know, we are, our bodies, our physicality is of the earth. But within the earth contains the spiritual. So within our vessel, our earthy flesh vessel, that will eventually go back in the earth one way or another, either in ashes or completely. But at the same time, we contain that spirit, and that is the infinite in us. That is the seed, like the acorn, the seed of all potential. We are unlimited, boundless beings. But unless we really plumb into what we can see, the material, our bodies, honour honour this amazing, you know, with trillions of cells and all these, you know, neurons firing. And then to go into nature and see that you are part of that cycle. I mean, the place I start, I love the trees, is the fact that we're part of that cycle with the tree. That's a really helpful connection. You know, we breathe out the carbon, the tree breathes in the carbon, the tree breathes out the oxygen, we breathe that in, and we're in a symbiotic relationship with that tree. So yeah, connect to nature, connect to the cycles of growth. Don't see these things as opposing each other and irreconcilable. They're just part of a cycle. And during that time, you know, during all that time you're looking, learn to love yourself, love the physicality of this beautiful, incredible body that we live in, you know. I mean, it's just amazing. And also look at what this is, a sacred temple that we're embodying. Yeah, so when we're not loving ourselves, when we're in this kind of light dark life death battle all the time, we're not honouring who we are, what we are, our essence, and there's no growth there. We just hide behind the shadows and can't see the beauty and the specialness of this life. You know, it's really special that we're here. And on the bottom again, I think last time, it's all good. Cycles, it's all good. Yeah. So life, death, rebirth, growth, duality, what appears cycles is not. Have that self-love and know that we're part, you know, plumb into that nature, into the medicine of the medicine woman, which is the beauty of Gaia, of Earth today. Okay, I'm going to pull us a healing card to wrap it up for us. But yeah, I think Spirit's talking a lot about death and rebirth, and also about connection, you know, because we can't face those things. The reality is, you know, that is the reality of human life, of all life on this planet, in a material sense, but it's not in a spiritual sense, you know. We're a bit like that oak tree, aren't we? You know, we leave seeds. They may not look like us, they may not be us, but we're here to bring further growth for future generations. So we got a bit of a lightning strike there. We got our earth, we got our fire. Avoid hateful thoughts, as they're just as hurtful as physically striking someone, yeah. And, you know, when we're hurt, when we're damaged, when we're stuck in this sense of duality, and that can be with that, you know, when we've been hurt, I'm right, they're wrong, you know, and that back forwards. Or we can feel kind of our inner critics can get on board, and yeah, it all goes against that growth, you know. Don't ignore those thoughts and feelings, okay? But know that you're powerful. When we understand how powerful what we are, we understand that those thoughts are energetic, and it goes back into this cycle. So be aware of them, observe them, see them, don't reject them, see that darkness in that sense of what's going on in you, and kind of take it out, walk it out in Mother Earth, give it to her, and you'll find there'll be messages or just beautiful peace and heart opening while you're out in nature. But just work with them, don't just let them run amok in that sense. Okay, I hope you got something out of that, people, and lots of love. Bye bye.